I have just listened to a 10-minute leaked phone call recording of Jonathan Moyo outlining a strategy on how the justice system will be manipulated to achieve the 2030 constitutional amendment for term extension. The recording is framed in a way that makes it seem as if Jonathan is working with the ZANU-PF to achieve the much coveted 2030 agenda through legal manipulation. Sanabina mashkobranyi kopangwa nchini Jonathan Moyo is just killed Constitution Amendment number 3 that was subscribed or like on the bell icon. So, what is the implication of this leaked recording? Jonathan Moyo is yet exposing a strategy to manipulate the judicial process through the fake legal challenges to achieve the constitutional amendment without a referendum. This is done in a way that allows the entire world to hear that ZANU-PF seeks through Jonathan Moyo, Madugu, and others to achieve its constitutional change through Chinakari because of both it cannot achieve it legitimately. As I keep warning, ZANU-PF attempting to achieve this constitutional change without a referendum is fraught with the risks for the country, and if they are not careful, it will become the building blocks for regime change in Zimbabwe. Why? The constitutional amendment in Zimbabwe has the attention of the CIA, Mossad, and EU intelligence agencies, all of which have a vested interest in seeing a vibrant opposition in the country continue to offer resistance to ZANU-PF and creating openings for the West to interfere in our national affairs by attempting to change the constitution without a referendum. ZANU-PF has motivated these agencies to pump huge resources, more resources than ZANU-PF and its backers have, into the opposition to derail the process to extend the election cycle. Now, talking about the opposition, it raises the questions: why would ZANU-PF outsource something as delicate and sensitive as strategizing the amendment of the constitution without a referendum to someone like Jonathan Moyo, who is a bone to chew with the Second Republic that sent him into exile, particularly when there are various intelligence reports alleging that he, Moyo, is on the payroll of foreign agencies through Vanguard and George Soros' Open Society Foundation. It's mind-boggling that ZANU-PF and its backers would choose to work with an aggrieved Jonathan Moyo, who is exiled in Kenya, the center of Western intelligence activity in Africa. It is almost as if the party is begging to be caught in the counter-intelligence operation. From here, the rest is predictable. Any term extension in Zimbabwe coming out of anything other than a referendum will be deemed illegitimate, and the president will carry the same stigma of illegitimacy that tainted the Maduro presidency. And once I mention Maduro, those who are perceptive enough understand how such a scenario can be exploited under the new Trump Monroe Doctrine regime change. Pinakomesa section meduza fungu enyi motudi pamusoro pena iye kudiscusswa pamusoro pe leaked audio irikuonekwa kunzi wana Jonathan Moyo pagwa ino havasi kumira panhau dzekuda kuti ZANU-PF atene the vision 2030. Pinakomesa section meduza fungu enyi motudi pamusoro pechitiko ichi. So kana subscribe or like, check on the bell icon.